here do not know what indie is. Let me start there. And don't feel silly if you don't know what the heck we're talking about, right? So there's a lot of new people. There's a lot of new people here that don't even know what indie is, so I'm going to explain that today, okay? How many of you, I know you raised your hands, have not signed up and paid your first payment for indie? If you have not, please stand up. It's not to embarrass you. I want to get a scope of how many people left we have to get on board.
You can do it!
You guys, our goal is to have 1,000 people in indies, and you're going to see hashtag Indie1000. That's our plan of attack because we are a team. We need a team of people, a team of leaders, a team of champions to be there, okay? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what indie is. 2 years ago, I joined Primerica. I went to my first convention. I had no idea what it was. It was in Georgia. I did not want to go because I was brand new. I had no team. I saw no interest. I didn't have the money to go. So all of these things that you guys are feeling, I want to talk to you about it. I had no team. I had Adam Harvey, raise your hand over there. Him and his wife were my only team members. And I convinced them to go with me. I threw it on a credit card, and my upline was like, you gotta go to this thing, you gotta go, it's convention, you're gonna have a blast, it's gonna change your life. I'm like, okay, I'm very much an introvert for those of you that really don't know me. So it's a hard thing, all the rah-rah and the cheerleading and stuff. So I'm trying to appeal to those introverts and extroverts out there. There's 2 stories of this. Go to the next slide. Why should I go? Just look at the stage, first of all. It's freaking huge. How many of you have been to Super Saturday? It's like a Super Saturday on steroids for 4 days, okay? But it's the most intensive training that you will get from the best leaders. So if you're in a rep position, or a senior rep, or a senior regional, or a district, or a division, you will get one-on-one training. They do breakout sessions. So this affects your business directly. You have to start thinking like business owners. This is your business, okay? Own your business. Benny's doing a fabulous job. I love to see that. Yeah. When I see his name come across GroupMe like crazy, this one, like, what are your numbers at? Like, he's killing it. He's got his family here, family support. This will make you want to do it even more. Because this will put a fire in your belly like you've never had before. You'll see people winning of all walks of life and what this thing really is. Well, I don't really know what Primerica is. Okay, well, go. I don't really know what it is. Well, you don't really know what you're doing here anyways, right? So why don't you go there and not know what you're doing and make friends, right? I don't have money. Put it on a credit card, folks. Invest in your future. What season is this?
Winter.
Tax season. How many of you are getting returns, folks? Don't go buy that big screen TV. Invest in your future. Okay? You can go to the next one. You know, this is a team sport. For all of you new people, you saw the indie house that we did. You saw the $1 Million Run. I've heard of these things, right? Like, what is all this crazy stuff that you crazy people do all the time? Well, we're out there saving families. We're making money. We're changing our lives. We don't want the 9-to-5 hustle, okay? So this is a team sport. You guys, if you can only imagine what this looks like, it is the most craziest thing. How many people are there? Phil, you were here for this.
Yeah.
You know, walking in a group to be a part of something bigger than you, when you guys are going in the same direction, we all push each other up to our different levels. We all are a team here, too. We all inadvertently affect each other and affect each other's businesses. We are business partners at the end of the day, okay? So go to these things, invest in your future. Here's some more. I think that was, go back one here, Stephen. I believe that was before 2013, perhaps. But it's huge. That was John Cooper's small team 2 years ago. Look how much his team has grown. He's promoted people to 3 RVPs. Guys, that's wild. Okay, next slide. So the other thing is this business. Here, you guys, here's the other thing is that this is very much a relationship business if you have not figured that out. You will have people, if you're new, if you're old, that are in this room that will care about you, and I hate to say this, kind of, but not really, more than your own family does. You know, you can call on these people, these friends, these relationships that you're building before you can call on your family half the time, and it will have your back no matter what. This is not corporate America, especially in this office. What we have here is so special. You guys, we're building friendships, we're building relationships, and this is that time away, actually. You take 4 days, and you're stuck with your people. And guess what happens? You form these great bonds and great relationships. You have quality time, especially for me, because, you know, Kayla, you know, your phone's going off, things. As an RVP or a big leader, you don't have a lot of free time. You're very much, really regimented in what you have to do, and you cut people short sometimes when you don't mean to. This gives you time to unwind with your people, get to know your people better, hang out, build those friendships. I met my best friend, my roommate in this business 2 years ago. Like, it's wild to me that we do these things. So friendships, relationships, take the time to do this, to build your friendships, because these are the people that are going to help you grow your business in more ways than you even realize. Self-development, business, everything. Next slide. And that was John Cooper. So last time they did your why wall. We always talk about what's your why, what's your why, what's your why, right? They had this humongous wall which they had to extend. Josh, do you remember how many times they had to extend that wall?
They had to make a whole new one.
It was like crazy. Yeah, they were afraid that they weren't going to fill it up. Glenn Williams said, I was afraid we weren't going to fill that thing up, and everyone came with their why and posted their why. Why am I doing this? Why am I here? Whose life is going to be affected when I change my life for the better? We do some really cool things. Aristide and his wife. He took his wife to convention. That's when she made the decision to stand by his side and never miss a meeting and was fully on board. For those of you that have spouses, get your spouse to this. It will change everything because they can see the bigger picture. And there's different leaders, and it's different mentorship, and it's different everything. It will change your life. That was when I decided, I didn't know anybody. I won floor seats with John Cooper. So I wasn't down or up here. I was like down here. And he's like, hey, do you know that person? And there's Mario, and there's this. And I'm like, I don't know who anybody is. He's like, that's that. I'm like, okay, I don't know who that is. I can tell you what I remember is the feeling I had being down there being a winner. That's what I remember. You'll always remember the emotional that strikes in you. I didn't know who anybody was, and I was treated nicely and kindly, but I remember what it felt like to win. And that's when I made the choice to go RVP within a year. So I'll be an RVP within a year, John. Because at that time was when I fully committed to do this. My belief level went up tremendously after you hear the stories about how average people can win here. So you guys, it's a big deal. I challenge you to commit, find the money, borrow the money, use your income tax money, do what you have to do to get there, invest in your future. You're already coming to Tuesdays and Fridays. I commend all of you who showed up when your leaders aren't here because they're in Florida. You know, when the mouse is away, the cat will play, but guess what will suffer is your business. How you do the little things is how you do everything, right? So all of you that are here, I commend you. Matt Wetzel drives an hour and a half one way to get here. I have Devin Brackens that comes from Flint. Sorry, not Flint, he comes from Saginaw to get here when he can go to Bay City. I have people who fight to be here. You guys have to understand how special what we have is. Don't squander the opportunity, and don't not believe in yourself, because any one of us can do it. I'm no different than you. You can do it. We all can do it. So I challenge all of you guys to buy your ticket, invest in yourself, get to this thing. Now, most of you know what the convention is that we keep talking about. Okay, and lastly, one big reason why to go. Ladies, we might see Don Johnson with his shirt off. I'll see you guys at the top.